What's going on guys, my name's Raf, and welcome back to my new Pokemon anime series, Ash Ketchum's Untold Story, the series that focuses on discussing events from Ash Ketchum's adventure that didn't happen. Thank you all once again so much for the support on episode 1 and episode 2. I'm really enjoying this series so far, and I can't wait to make more videos about it. Let's jump into episode 3 and explore the exciting events and discussion. Don't forget to leave this video a like to show your support, and I'll be sure to bring out my next video shortly. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't ready to keep up to date, and without further ado, let's begin. If this is the first time you're watching the series, then here's a quick recap about it. I recently asked you all on YouTube and Twitter to tell me one thing you wish Ash completed during his adventure in the Pokemon anime. This could have been a battle, Pokemon capture, or a completely different element in itself. The series will follow the unseen adventures of Ash and Pikachu as the pair explore the world of Pokemon, old friends and Pokemon return, leading to new events. This series is dedicated to viewers who wish to see certain events unfold in Ash Ketchum's adventure. Last time, we covered Ash's old Pokemon returning for the PWC, Ash's old Pokemon evolving, Ash using his aces in battle, Ash obtaining the Master Ball, and Ash vs Lance. Let's dive into episode 3. Before I begin, the details I'll be discussing are in no particular order. This is just pure speculation. First up, we have Ash discovering the truth about the GS Ball. The Gold and Silver Pokeball was first made known in the Orange League arc of the Pokemon anime, and Ash ended up retrieving it in episode 83. It is said to be a rare Pokeball, and Professor Ivy wanted Professor Oak to study it as she was unable to open it. The GS Ball made its last appearance in episode 148. Even though the GS Ball was symbolic to relate to the Gold and Silver era of the Pokemon anime, it's a real shame we didn't get to see any surprise factor from it. Well, funnily enough, we ended up learning the truth about this Pokeball. In 2008, Pokemon anime director and storyboard artist Matsumitsu Hidaka was interviewed about the GS Ball, and he went on to explain that Celebi was originally meant to be stored within it. Celebi was going to feature as the star of a huge arc during the Johto saga. However, this idea was later on scrapped as the anime team decided to give it to its own movie. Mr. Hidaka then went on to mention how the GS Ball was left in Kurt's possession, with hopes that viewers would forget about it as time passed. Well, sorry sir, that doesn't look like the case. Myself and others were really keen to know about the true purpose of the GS Ball, and it's a shame the story arc wasn't implemented. Just imagine if Ash discovered the truth about this rare Pokeball, with Celebi inside, or a completely different Pokemon being revealed from it. Like Lewis said, it truly would have been an amazing plot revelation, and it could have even ended off the Johto arc in the Pokemon anime. Seeing as the Pokemon anime was said to even conclude originally after the Kanto era, the GS Ball arc could have been maybe the final saga to conclude the anime if the writers decided not to continue with its run. But man, what a shame it truly is. Next up, we have Ash's time skip and Champion Monarch title defenses. With Ash now being the champion of Alola and World Champion Monarch, we can all agree that the question of how Ash would defend these titles is something of concern. These topics are always interesting to discuss, because there are a variety of options available. The first is that maybe Ash gave up the titles after leaving the anime. Even though Ash was the first champion of Alola and became the new world champion, that doesn't mean someone else could have obtained the titles as well. Ash set off on a new journey with Pikachu in hopes of meeting and befriending more Pokemon, wishing to get closer to his goal of becoming a Pokemon Master. This implies that within the background world still ongoing, it could have been that maybe Ash didn't decide to return to Galar or Alola to defend these titles. Maybe a new challenger or predecessor was granted the titles again in his absence, but I don't think this will happen at all, and this is where option 2 sounds much more reasonable. With time passing, maybe Ash did revisit the other regions again to defend his titles. It could be that every year, Ash would return back to Alola and Galar to defend his titles in the respective leagues. I think these both would have made up for some amazing episodes. Imagine if we saw Ash take on some of his old rivals again, just to see who would have been able to win and become the new champion of that said region. Like, I want to see him take on AJ again badly, because that guy seriously had something going for himself. Or imagine if he took on Gary again, like wow man, so many possibilities. I feel like for Ash's future, he could have maybe completed some other quests and then returned to Alola and Galar in the rotation. He is deeply loved by both demographics, and with all of his friends he made in both regions, it would have definitely made up for a very special arc. Maybe Ash did go to Paldea in the end and became a champion there as well, and then he returned to Alola and Galar to reintroduce himself as a champion from that region, which he would then lead him to have 3 big champion titles. Even him returning to the Battle Frontier 2 and taking up the offer of becoming a Frontier Brain would have been really cool. There's a lot of opportunity due to all these titles. It just makes you think how Ash would have been able to handle constant playing journeys back and forth. Now let's talk about Mega Evolutions. Specifically, Ash obtaining other Mega Stones for his Pokemon. With Ash finally obtaining Lucario and managing to Mega Evolve it, this brought a lot of hype to the table. Pokemon aimed to be a Pokemon Master was giving loads of viewers excitement, hoping that Ash would maybe seek out other Megastones for his Pokemon. However, unfortunately that wasn't the case. There are quite a few Pokemon that Ash owns that can undergo the Mega Evolution mechanic. Ash has also taken on a variety of these Pokemon in their Mega form, and knowing that Ash now has a Mega of his own, why not seek out more Megastones? This itself could have made up for a brilliant side series. Imagine if Ash spent a dedicated episode with the Pokemon in question, overcoming challenges along the way with them, and also being rewarded with the Megastone. I feel like Ash would have gone back to Gherkin for him to learn more about Mega Evolution and the capabilities. I always dreamed of Ash having a Mega Charizard alongside a Mega Sceptile under his belt. Another wish of mine was for Ash to reunite with previous trainers, who also had Mega Pokemon, and for them to help Ash master the mechanic with that specific Pokemon itself. Ash could have entered a special tournament with these Pokemon, and maybe even obtained a new title for himself. There's so much opportunity for Ash's Pokemon, and Mega Evolving surely brings a lot more excitement to the field. It's a shame we never got to see Ash's other Pokemon reach this potential, but maybe I'll fix that in the future with a fan fiction of my own. Up next is Ash taking on Gary for one final time. With Gary being a profound character and incredible influence on Ash, seeing him in Pokémon Journeys really hit the nail on the head. We saw him help develop Go, and even return in Ash's final episode, but I feel like there could have been more. Gary has been a staple in Ash's journey, not only being a rival, but also a friend. Since day one, Gary was always one step ahead of Ash. He always looked down on Ash with arrogance, and heck, he even got the desired start of Pokemon Ash wanted. He never thought Ash was up for the challenge of becoming a Pokemon Master, and this personality made him have a low opinion on Ash, making him superior in the rivalry. But this changed after the loss in the Indigo League. Gary knew he wanted to change his character, and he later became more friendly and respectful to others no matter his past. When it came to the Silver Conference, this rivalry was still there, but the relationship between Ash and Gary was much more pleasant. Gary became a continuous motivation for Ash, and this characteristic was kept even when he decided to become a Pokemon researcher. After the whole rivalry being established with the famous Pokeball split, Gary's recurrence in the anime has shown how much he has developed. Despite being Ash's first main rival, the rivalry between them was great, and his humbleness had a massive impact on Ash as a friend. Due to this, it would have been a great way to see them battle for one last time. After Gary taught Ash a lesson about how not to be so up himself back in the AG series, one final battle between them would have allowed Ash to show Gary how much he has truly developed, correlating to his World Champion victory. Finally, we have Ash using Incinero in battle. Litten's arc was by far one of the most heart-touching in the anime, and seeing it become a strong Torracat defeating its evolved stage rival, it truly defined how incredible this Pokemon was. Back in the aim to be a Pokemon Master series, we saw Ash recall upon Incineroar to feature in an episode. From this initial standing point, everyone including myself thought we would actually see the Alola starter battle in its final stage. However, we just got baited. Incineroar was only used to help Ash in acts of need, making it essentially a hot water bottle during the Beer Tech episode. I was so disappointed. We had such a remarkable Pokemon with incredible strength and potential, yet we didn't see it battle. All of Ash's other Pokemon got a chance, so why not Incineroar? We didn't even see the Pokemon return to the PWC. They only just had a few appearances with the Alola episodes. This was really upsetting, and it's a damn shame we didn't see this amazing Pokemon get its deserved battle. But don't worry though, maybe I can fix that soon. Thanks very much for tuning into episode 3 of Ash Ketchum's Untold Story. We discussed some amazing topics once again, and be sure to stay tuned for episode 4, which will be out shortly. I'm looking forward to making these videos and discussing the untold possibilities. But I want to let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys would like to interact with me, then be sure to follow me on Twitter and join the ThePokéRaf Discord server to discuss all things Pokemon. You can find the rest of my social networks on screen and in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to leave it a like, as your support is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to share the video with your friends. Finally, make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with my videos and click on the little bell to enable notifications so you guys get notified when I upload a new video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and be sure to stick around for more Pokemon content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.